G'day viewers, I'm here at Ayers Rock Resort. Fucking pretty big joint this one. I been down and had a look at Uluru. That thing is just amazing. You when you're up close to it, you can't even fit the whole thing in a photo. You try to take a photo of it, it won't fit in. So you've got to be quite a few k's away from it to get the whole thing in, but just being up close is unbelievable. It's just massive. It is huge. It is a really, really big rock. But I've got a bit of a dilemma because I've always wanted to climb Ayers Rock, right? And you still can, you're allowed to, but they've got like a culture centre there, and you go through that, and in all the info books and all that, it all says, oh, please don't climb the rock, it's very important to our culture and it's like a sacred site and we don't like you to climb it and blah blah blah. So now I'm going to feel really guilty if I climb it. I don't know what to do about that. Well, I suppose I don't have to climb it. Just the fact to say that I've climbed Ayers Rock, which is no big deal anyway. But I might not be allowed to climb it anyway because they don't. Once it gets to 36 degrees, if it's forecast for 36 degrees for the day, they close the walk off, and we're being forecast 40-degree days for the next few days, so probably won't get to climb it anyway. But the other downside to that is at the Olgas, about 50k up the road, which is all part of the same park, they have a walk through there called the Valley of the Winds, and that walk is also closed whenever it gets to 36 degrees, so probably won't be able to do that one either. But anyway, just standing at the bottom of Uluru is just amazing. Okay. The car problems that I've had. I've got my new tyres put on in Alice Springs, and they found a cracked rim, so I had to buy a new rim, which I got one. I got a brand spanky newie, it's never been driven on, never been used. So that was that drama. And then the last couple of days I've been hearing this clunking noise coming from the front of my car, and I've gotten underneath and I've checked everything, wiggling everything, and it all seems fine. Everything was nice and tight, everything looked alright. Couldn't find what was wrong, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And then today I pulled over to the side of the road to take some video footage of Uluru, and as I pulled up I heard this really bad noise, like a grinding noise. I thought, oh, that's no good, so I did my video footage and that, got back in the car and I reversed a bit, and there was a horrible noise, and I went forward, there was a horrible noise, and also when I pulled up, my brake pedal went right to the floor. So I checked my brake fluid first, and that was fine, nothing wrong with it. Then I got underneath, and one of me left-hand front brake caliper had just come completely away. It lost the 2 bolts out of it, completely gone, missing. And the caliper was resting on the wheel, so as the wheel's spinning, it's rubbing on the wheel, which has worn a small groove in the wheel, nothing too major, and also worn a bit of the back of the caliper off, but haven't done any damage, which is a good thing. So anyway, I had to hunt around to get a mechanic to get that fixed. So I've seen a sign, mechanic down there, blah blah, so I go down, told him the problem. He puts the car up on the hoist and he's has a look, he goes, yeah, you need 2 bolts, and he's checking everything else, and notices that my rear shockers are a bit loose, and I said to him, yeah, they've been rattling a bit for a while, I don't know why. I said I put them in myself, and a week into the trip they were rattling, and I pulled them out and put them back in again, and then they started rattling again. I said, I don't know why. And he looked at me and goes, oh, well, you put them in wrong. So that was that. So I said, alright, well, you might as well set the car up on the hoist and all that shit. And I'm thinking, well, he's just got to put 2 bolts in, you know, it's not going to take long. I said to him, can you fix me rear shockers up as well while it's all up there? Yeah, no worries. I just go wait in the waiting room. So anyway, hour and a half later, he comes out and goes, oh, it's all good, all been done. He goes, we didn't have any bolts here for your caliper, so I had to go down to Wreckers and grab a couple. I said, oh yeah. And I'm thinking, like, you know, hour and a half later, $100 an hour, $150. Well, $253 later, it's $140 an hour labour. So that was $220 or some shit, and $20 for the bolts. So that was a fucking big lesson learnt for me. I could have just gone and picked up the bolts myself and fucking done it myself, but anyway, it's done now. So I've been here for about 5 hours and I've already spent over $500. 250 on the mechanic, 200 in fuel, $25 for the park pass to get into Uluru. That lasts 3 days. And I'm paying $18 a night to stay here at this campground. So, fucking expensive, eh? Well, that's about all I've got to tell you at the moment. I'm going to set up camp, cook some dinner. I was looking forward to going to the bar and having a beer, but fucking hell, I spent enough money as it is. So, I won't be doing that. And I bought smokes too. I went all day and all last night without cigarettes, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to give up. And I got here and I fucking bought some, didn't I? So hopefully this will be the last pack I buy, because when I leave here, head to Cooper Pedy and up the Birdsville track, I won't buy any, and then I'll just have to do without. Anyway, folks, I'll speak to you later on.